G'day folks, are you ready to run for cover? Well, that's how you'd feel if you don't have coverage on your software, because you never know when something's gonna break. It's a complex world out there and everything is interconnected. Something blowing up somewhere in some corner of the world can cause your system to go down. It's a fact. Where are your data centers? It's not distributed across the world, is it? Maybe there is. Maybe there's a single point of failure somewhere. How do you know? How do you know if your system's working perfectly? The best way to know it, of course, is you have coverage. So that leads me to this topic about coverage. What is coverage? Coverage is knowing that every feature of your software has tests that verify that it functions as expectedly. The more coverage you have, the more peace of mind that you have. If you only have a few test cases that verify certain basic functions, that's still quite a bit. The critical functionality that needs to be executed at all times, maybe you can, it depends on the criticality. I would say probably on a minute, every minute. You want to make sure that your software is processing requests at every minute, and the moment something breaks, you want to know that it's broken. And how do you get that? You get that by coverage. The more test cases you write over the more features that you have, the more coverage that you will require to make sure that your system services everybody without fail reliably, and you have a 99.999 or 9 nines of uptime. 9 nines of uptime is the gold standard, and it's really hard to achieve because software gets really complex. Sure, your user might be able to log in and do the basic functions, but maybe something that he actually wanted to do that day is broken because nobody used it before, nobody actually checked it. Since the developer signed it off, nobody's touched it, nobody's even tested it. So God knows if it's going to work or not. Only way to find out is to try it out. And who's going to try it out? It's probably going to be one of your customers, unless you have coverage. And BDD provides the best way to provide comprehensive coverage for all the features of your product at a very high level without getting down into the nitty-gritties and getting your hands dirty with the code. Anybody in your organization can quickly verify if a BDD is working or not. And Damage BDD provides you with the infrastructure to make that happen. Damage BDD provides you with comprehensive coverage tooling and infrastructure. And it's all on the blockchain, which makes it even better. The coverage that you have is watertight. There is no way that a test is going to pass and somebody's going to change the outcome of that passing test. It's going to be recorded on the blockchain irrefutably. This adds great value to any project because we can verify how that project developed from its early stages to its late stages when it's got a lot more coverage. So as the coverage improves, so does your product, the quality of the product and the feature set of your product. It becomes easier to add more features than what you'd usually see without the kind of coverage that you normally fundamentally would require for software development. So if your team is struggling to plug all the holes and struggling to get releases out because there's so many moving parts and there's just too many things all over the place, then Damage BDD and BDD is the way to go. Get your team to organize around BDDs, behavior-driven test cases. BDD stands for behavior-driven development, wherein everybody collaborates on defining the behavior of the software in a format that is simple and easy to understand for anybody, regardless of skill level. What that enables you is enables your organization to unlock cross-functional potential across your organization. You could have the janitor check how the software works, literally, because he could read the behavior definition for your software, a particular feature, whatever. You don't need more than English or language skills to understand how things work with Damage BDD and with BDD in general. Damage BDD just is a implementation of BDD that makes it super easy and it's super modern, with all the latest gadgets and gizmos that you could possibly have for a platform like this. It's still in the early stages and I am still actively developing it, but as I uncover more about it, I realize how fundamentally how much of a fundamental cornerstone technology this can be. Read more about Damage BDD at damagebdd.com and read the white paper damagebdd.com/white paper to understand how the blockchain fits into it, or how it fits into the blockchain and unlocks the potential for tokenomics.